Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. So this is the last beer in the 4-pack that was sent to me from Sweetwater, and it's the headliner or the flagship beer, whatever you want to call it, 420 Extra Pale Ale, the original. I guess that's what doesn't say anything about it on the can. Oh, it is pretty strong, 5.7 ABV. It's can conditioned, and it's good until right before Thanksgiving of this year. So I pour it into the IPA glass, even though it's not an IPA, but it's a pretty kind of golden amber color. Pours to a large white soap suds head. Took a long time for this to fade, and actually there's still a bit of beer left in the can. Carbonation just streaming in there. It is can conditioned after all. Kind of reminds me of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. It's kind of citrusy, a little bit of pine in there. It's kind of a fruity, slightly fruity aroma. Not much in the way of like specific malts. You know, just kind of, I would not call it toasted or caramel or anything like that. Yeah, just kind of smells like a standard American Pale Ale. I actually had this about a year ago. Not even when I did the American Pale Ale style, this versus Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So check that out. Anyway, let's see how this is going now. Cheers. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had this. I forgot how piney it was. That was actually the first thing I noticed. Even though it smells, fairly citrusy, the first flavor that I noticed was pine kind of flavor. This must be actually a really fresh can. Very piney. I would almost go as far as say it's like a little bit resiny. A little bit. Even though it smells like grapefruit, it actually doesn't really taste all that citrusy. To me, it's just pine. It's got a pretty good amount of bitterness on it. Again, this is only a pale ale. Maybe this glass does something to just like bring out the hops in the beer. Yeah, it's fairly bitter. I could have looked up the IBUs. I mean, since it's a pale ale, it's probably like 40. If it's more than 50, I'd be shocked. But as far as the IBUs. So yeah, like up front, kind of a pine flavor, immediate bitterness. The base malt is fairly neutral. I mean, it's like just like the faintest little bit of toast or caramel. Otherwise, it's just kind of standard 2-row. It's not grainy sweet like a German lager or something like that. The hops are clearly the star of the show in this one, and I mean they should be for the style. Actually, you know what? I would probably describe this as pretty floral tasting as well. Yeah, it has a kind of a flower kind of taste and aroma to it. Or like if you ever had like the actual hop cone in your hand, it has a different smell than the hops that are actually in the beer. And it just like smells like flowers or like a botanical garden or the garden center at Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that, Yeah, there's enough malt there for balance. It's just kind of like the taste of just malt. Slight sweetness, I guess. I mean, enough for balance. Like I would say this is actually a pretty well balanced beer. And it is what it claims to be as an American Pale Ale. So it's enough that you get like enough hop flavor and hop bitterness, but you still have enough malt for some balance. What was ABV? 5.7? Yeah, 5.7. It doesn't quite seem that strong to me. It seems a little closer to like 5. But it is, really drinkable. Like this is, I think like this is better as a food accompaniment than like a standard IPA. Because like this isn't going to like override whatever food you're having it with. And now that I pay attention, I do get a little bit of orange citrus in there. Almost like an orange sherbet ice cream or something. But yeah, this is I would say this is probably of all the 4, well, they're not there anymore, but of all the 4 beers that they sent me, I probably like the original the best, as is often the case. Like I like Founders KBS better than the variants. I like Goose Island Bourbon County better than the variants. Although the Citrus Haze was pretty good. The other beers, they just kind of tasted a little faux or fake to me, or whatever you want to say. But as a American Pale Ale, this is pretty solid. Yeah, and if I was doing another Tuesday Night Beer School for American Pale Ale style, yeah, this would be a good example. It's not the best, but it's a good one. So I'm gonna go solid. I'm kind of hedging between 7.5 and 8. I don't know. To me, like 7.5 seems too low, but 8 seems a little generous. But I will say, like this is probably fresher than most that I've had. So I'm tasting it how it's actually supposed to taste. So yeah, solid 8 out of 10 for the Sweetwater Extra Pale Ale 420 or 420 Extra Pale Ale, whatever. Solid American Pale Ale. I probably prefer Sierra Nevada over this one, but it's a good pinch hitter. So anyway, I'm rambling. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Like I said, check out Tuesday Night Beer School, the one about this beer and all the others in the series. So I will see you next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it.
Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.